when we last left our heroes. Oh, Master Kaixus finally came to visit me. I feared I'd be a shriveled pool of green turtle skin when I'd see him next. But he brought friends, and how wondrous they are. I got them settled in, made them Master's favorite double-shredded pulled pork, and they all chatted. The little weird ones went outside to sleep, while the adults drank wine and rearmed themselves in the armory. Me? Well, I chatted with the young girl before she eventually droned herself off to sleep. And as I slept, deep in the water, thinking everything would be peaceful, Master Kaixus would awaken me. Someone got past my ever-vigilant eyes. Someone is playing burning tricks on him. I warned you, Master Kaixus. Revolution is upon us. Arcane Amphitheatre. Episode 6. Good Intentions. Are there any questions?
Nightmare.
Is there any
Nightmare.
Is there any melatonin in this room? Because I'm not gonna sleep a wink.
Give my boy a GABA.
You go ahead. If you take a melatonin, you don't get to be a part of the,
You know what? I'd rather miss.
You're gonna mix melatonin with wine? Come on, man.
I'd rather miss the presentation than have a level of exhaustion. So melatonin me up, please.
Here, give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, that's fair.
If you beat a 12, you wake up in time.
All right, well, I rolled a nat 15, so...
Okay.
You guys are putting a lot of pressure for this fucking presentation.
I'm up.
Did you think I came equipped to the session with a PowerPoint?
I hope so.
Kaixus dresses so nicely for it. He's like, tie, business professional.
You all do complete a long rest.
Yay!
Let's fucking go.
Ajax, you are up bright and early. You are the only one up at the crack ass of dawn.
I'm gonna go see, rummage through maybe the library to see if I can find, to see if I can find some equipment that I can utilize, particularly looking for, quill, papers.
If you're looking for general writing utensils, you head towards the small little office library they have in the manor, and you find a stack of parchment, a small stash of quills and ink.
Are there any books here that catch my eye while I'm here?
What are you looking for in particular?
Really, I'm just looking for books that I might have read in the past. Just to kind of look back on them and get reminders, because I'm a visual learner.
Give me a investigation check.
Reminders of what I've read in the past with my studies, see if there's any sorcery. I know that they're more so armorers, but it's worth a shot. That's a natural 20.
Let's go. One
you guys,
per session
you know
so
how much
far.
it hurts to have these natural 20s.
And they're the most bullshit.
Bullshit fucking rolls. In reality, I ask you to roll so that I have a moment to think of something. Not so much.
Now you gotta think harder.
Now I have to think harder for
This is
it.
like Silvery Barbsing a fucking dirty 20 and then getting a nat 20.
Who would do
which,
that?
by the way, we did misrule, but because I hate Silvery Barbs and was gonna ban it anyways, we're gonna keep it the way it is.
No, I like that roll because that was funny as fuck.
I think it balances it out a little bit
That
more.
balances
I think
it out. That was so funny.
In terms of Ajax, in terms of things that you specifically have read in the past, actually, I'm gonna couple this with a history check.
That's a 10 for 16.
Most of the books here are about forging styles, armory styles, techniques, etc. Most of it boring.
Nothing that is interested to me.
Correct. There is an entire section of history. The complete history of Raydell, the complete history of Raydell Abridged, the Millennial War, and then next to it is a book that says Arcadia or the Dominion, who was really at fault, referencing the Millennial War and the political strife of it.
I don't think I've been too polished up on Raydell. I've got a lot of general knowledge in regards to the Millennial War, but Raydell specifically, not so much. I'll grab the non-abridged version.
Yeah. There is one more book that catches your eye. The Rise and Fall of the Karamov family. With your history check, the name Karamov sounds familiar to you, but it's very like Berenstein, in that it's like the name sounds familiar, but it doesn't seem right. Something else is wrong. Or not wrong, it sounds like a name you've heard in the past, but it wasn't Karamov.
That's peculiar. I'll grab that one as well. Push them away safely into my pouch. I'll have to give that a reading to in the future. And I will begin getting ready for the lesson for sweet Raggax for when he wakes up in the morning.
I believe you had to wake him up.
Well, I woke up 4 hours prior. So whenever I am finished up with preparing for the lesson, I will go sit outside as the sun is rising and kind of flip through the rise and fall of the Karamov family while waiting for everyone else to finish up their long rests.
You sit down on the porch. You look in the pool. You see the steel shell at the very bottom of it.
Bubbles.
You hear the
every now and
snoring
again.
of Raggax's, it's less of a snore, more of like a growl that's like echoing. And as you flip through the pages of the rise and fall of the Karamov family, every page is blank.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
To see if this is magically masking what contents might be inside. That's a natural 2, so that's an 8 total.
You can tell, even with an 8, this is masked magically. What you cannot tell is how powerful the effect is, nor a easy way to dispel it.
Make a mental note of that. And then I will switch it out for the other book that I've got on me. And just start flipping through, looking at the different histories of Raydell and better understand my surroundings.
Give me a history check.
16.
You spend about 2 hours, we'll say, reading. Without getting into the nitty-gritty detail of Raydell, what you notice are discrepancies in the basic knowledge that you know. Dating back centuries ago, it is common knowledge that Raydell has fallen, been burnt to the ground, and rebuilt with the proclamation that it is stronger than ever before inevitably succumbing to its corruption and repeating its doomed cycle. For a moment, you stop for a second and go, maybe I didn't realize how often it happened. You quickly start jumping from page to page. The city would burn every 15 years. You could have sworn it was 50 to 75 years. We're talking centuries upon centuries. And with the 16, you do catch a reference of the Karamov family. the original founders of Raydell.
Can I flip towards, is this kind of like a chronological?
Yes. Yeah.
Can I flip towards the, how recently was this published?
Within the last 5 to 10 years. You could see that there are edition numbers on the front, and we're close to edition 16.
5 to 10 years, and how recently was it that the city had burned?
The last burning was 80 years ago.
That's so strange.
It is common knowledge. These last 80 years have been unprecedented for Raydell.
It would burn every 15 years, and then all of a sudden the cycle breaks.
The biggest mystery for you is the gap in knowledge. The 50 years or so that the book tells you it burns. Or the 50 years that you know it would constantly get stuck in the cycle, but rather the book tells you it's every 15. Now the book does match the common knowledge here. It has been 80 years since the last burning. Or since the last fall, I should say.
I'm just gonna rack my brain on that one for a little bit longer, put it away, and just let that simmer in the back of my head, because that was strange. And then I'll just sit patiently and wait for the others to finish their long rests.
It's rather quick as it takes time to read this, figure it out, etc. And it is about, you see the turtle emerge from the water. Hello? Breakfast will be ready. The master, he loves scrambled eggs, and he goes inside to cook.
Double scrambled.
Well, I'm thankful that we're not having pulled pork again.
And it is time. You can feel it in the air. The long rest is over. The dreaded morning has come. It is time to teach.
Hey, Raggax.
What?
It's morning. I think they're making breakfast. And I think you have to learn
Don't
some
say
things
it. No.
from
No.
Ajax.
Please, no. He's such a nerd.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Fuck.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I see the roof has treated you well. Please be careful coming down.
I thought you were gonna come up here and teach me.
Why would I do that? I don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, but it'd be cooler to teach up here.
There's a ladder.
There is a ladder.
Personally, I would prefer if you would come down to surface level, as opposed to me coming up there. I'd rather not risk anything.
You are so lame. He will. He'll get
I
on
am
the
not going
ladder.
to fall
He'll do
off
that.
this damn roof, Cole.
I wasn't gonna push you off yet. Raggax, when he gets on the ladder, he'll do that thing where he just slides down rather than
and then
take
he's
it
going to
step
get
by
caught
step.
on the fucking leash, and he's
Yep, exactly. He's like fucking hanging right now.
He's holding on. Oh, Sheelal's still holding on to it. So he'll try to follow as quick as possible, doing the same thing.
He finally makes it down.
All right, we shall convene in the study, and we are going to have the lesson plan with coffee.
What's coffee?
Or tea. Whatever you
No,
prefer.
I want to hear more about this coffee.
I don't think he
Actually,
needs
now that-
coffee.
I mentioned it. We might not.
No,
It's like
you've already
morning
opened.
drink.
You've already opened this door, buddy.
Okay, how about this? You may have your coffee after
Okay.
the lesson. It will be your reward. For a nurtured mind is a healthy one.
Okay.
A nurtured mind is a healthy one.
Exactly. Take notes, Sheelal, because I'm not going to remember shit.
Okay, to the study now. And I'll lead
All right.
them inside.
You go ahead, you lead them inside. I imagine there's also a train of people that like wait half a second for you to go around the hall, and then all the others convene on the front of it, like going like, "Can we go in?"
right.
What about the other two? What are the other two of you doing?
I'm watching, but I feel like Jinmasu and I are like putting together a plan for the warehouse.
I imagine that we both at a similar time open the doors to our rooms and kind of take a look. A little bit of like glee in our eyes as we go down the stairs, and just gonna observe while also, kind of talking about possibly investigating the warehouse, kind of how tonight's gonna go. But
So
keeping
you guys
an
go
ear
ahead
out.
and head down. You sit at the dining table, and there is an Iska that like walks over, plops her butt on the chair, and then her head drops on the table. Boom. But we continue with the lesson plan.
So, I would like to preface this by saying that this lesson is going to be the initial lesson of a long, multi-level lesson plan that I
my
intend
God.
to
Holy
bestow
shit.
upon particularly Raggax. I am basing this off of the small knowledge that I have on the goblin. I'm working off of the notion that yes, Raggax was the one that slaughtered the entire village that I heard about, and I'm also working off of what we'd seen the night prior. The primary reason for this lesson is so that not only you, but I will be able to avoid the wrath of Malevius and Enterivant. And Raggax,
okay.
if you do so much as to set one toe out of line after today, after this morning, I will rake you across the fabric of space and time until there is nothing left except your lustful urge for pain and suffering, and I personally will ensure that you remain eternally parched. Do we have any questions?
What does parched mean?
Yeah,
Parched
what does
is-
parched mean?
It means that you're withdrawn of your urges. You say, have you ever...
Isn't that... wait, time out.
Sorry
Hold
to
on.
step in, but I
hear a slight
Wait,
chuckle
sorry.
outside the room by me. Just
Wait, so let me get this straight, Ajax. You're gonna withhold suffering for me and make me miserable, but doesn't that in turn make me miserable and I get suffering from that?
Oh, look at this vicious cycle you've stumbled across. I mean, I understand that you enjoy inflicting pain on others. What about pain upon yourself?
You've fallen into your own trap, Ajax.
That was my
I
attempt
found out
at a threat.
how this lesson is gonna go.
uh-huh.
You know, in school when like you would like there was always that one teacher that like you could always get off topic by asking them that one question.
Yep.
This is Ajax right now. You get him on like this one topic, and don't worry, guys, we figured out how to get him.
There goes half the class
Well,
time.
so
Hooray.
I understand that you enjoy inflicting pain upon others, but you also oddly enjoy it inflicted upon yourself.
Yes.
So by doing this with that threat, I don't know if I would be rewarding you with more suffering or taking away.
Wait. I have an idea. Raggax
Yes,
will get up
Raggax.
from his seat. You take a seat. I can teach you how my religion works.
We can save that for the next lesson. So, lesson number 1. The start of something new. For as of the end of this lesson plan, you, Raggax, and by proxy, you, Sheelal, shall both be functioning members of high society.
Oh, good fucking luck. You can try, dude.
And try I will, and try I must. Lesson number 1 is going to be killing with good intentions.
This is not only Cole laughing. This is Raggax just fucking losing it.
Oh no, I think that I'm doing the same thing, trying
No.
my best to keep it in.
I do imagine it's Jinmasu and Kai just outside, like looking through a window or something into the room and just like just banging on the glass. Just losing it.
So from what I've seen thus far, I understand that we just so happened to poison the... Who did you poisoned...
You're making a
The
lot of
governor.
allegations. You're making a lot of allegations.
You owned... Sheelal, did you poison the governor?
I just put it in a pot. I really didn't think anybody was going to eat
Now
it.
listen, my client here is innocent.
Okay. So that is example number 1 of killing, or attempted killing with bad intentions. You did it nonsensically. You did it for no reason, just for the fun of it. If we killed for a good cause, such as when we go to the warehouse, if there is a lookout that is about to ring an alarm, at that point, you can kill them. You can inflict the pain and suffering that you wish to do,
Mm-hmm.
but you're doing it for a good reason because it's serving a purpose.
Raph, I have to ask, is there like a roll I can make to see if Raggax is learning?
Roll to learn?
No,
Roll to learn? No?
no, there is not. I'm not gonna make you roll an intelligence check. I'm not gonna have Trevor roll a persuasion check unless like he gets a real good point right now. But considering we started with killing with good intentions as a member of high society, I'm gonna.
Oh no.
Okay, let's look at another example.
I mean, he's on the right track.
Alright.
Killing with good intentions is kind of up there with high society standards. I mean, gotta be
I see what
real
he's
about
going
it.
for, but oh.
Raggax leans over to Sheelal and whispers, so if I think I'm killing for a good reason, am I killing for good?
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking. Oh my god. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Raggax is out of her seat. He's running at this fucker.
Sheelal, honestly, like he listens to that and instantly snaps his head.
Let's look at another example, shall we? Last night at the governor's ball, I had what we called a bad guard, which is someone that wanted to kill me, approach me.
Also,
And
not
Raggax.
someone who went to school with Kai.
Not someone that went to school with Kaixus and Enterivant. That is another way that we can distinct between bad and good. So they
no.
will. They
Don't say
will.
that.
They were in an attempt to assault my well-being, and Raggax, you took their life. That is killing with good intentions, because
Okay.
you served a purpose by
What?
saving me.
I didn't even know I was doing that.
Let's look at another bad example. And that's just gonna go onwards until I make them feel like they're suffering.
Okay, here's what I need. I need a charisma saving throw from both of you.
From
No, Sheelal. You're fine.
Okay.
We have to see we have to see who won this lesson.
charisma.
Who
Yeah.
won this lesson today? The teacher or the student?
Yeah. This is whoever rolls the higher saving throw,
Cole,
because this is agonizing for both of you.
Cole, don't forget you have advantage against me. You have that
Do
point
I?
of inspiration.
Oh yeah, I do.
So, let's see here. That is a natural 20.
For a total of
Roll a 20. Come on. Let's see it.
I'm using my inspiration. I want to beat this fucker.
Hey, okay, did you say charisma check or saving throw?
saving throw.
Okay, I will wait until Raggax says his before I say mine.
All right, so the first roll was a 19.
Okay. And you're gonna use
That's a natural 20.
There's no way.
This is good. This is good.
Here's the problem, though.
It's a good thing.
I'm pretty
this is
sure you have a
long-
negative to charisma, don't you?
Me? No, I got
Okay,
a plus,
so-
baby.
I thought it was a negative.
Plus
How
one.
the fuck?
Raggax,
do you have a
what-
plus?
what is-
Sheelal,
what
that's
is your
I'm thinking
total?
of.
My total is 23.
Good lord.
Oh no.
What? What a
Ra-
what a
Raph,
dapper
I would
little
like to
goblin.
utilize my chronal shift.
Good lord, people. We have a whole combat ahead of us. You're burning a
I will
chronal
allow
shift
you.
right now.
I will allow you to make the.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I will. All right, Cole. You have to roll another saving throw and use the lower roll with the chronal shift.
Oh wait, say that again? Sorry,
you have to you
I
have to-
blacked out.
He is using the chronal shift, which makes
Understandable.
you re-roll, and then you have to use the lower dice roll.
Okay.
And I will take care of how this is explained.
All right, so it wasn't as great. This one was a 13.
Okay, I had a 22 for my saving throw, so I had to use that.
Raggax,
Oh,
every time you feel like you are getting closer to the end of the lesson, you blink and you're back at the beginning. You are stuck in the Dormammu. I have come to bargain.
let's look at another example.
1, 2, 3,
Raggax,
eyes
let's
on
look at
me.
another example.
And I'm keeping him in this fucking loop until I feel like I've gotten the point across.
I don't know that you get your point across, but Raggax, you are definitely annoyed. You have lost this battle of constitutional wit here, and you are stuck in this. Let's try another example. 1, 2, 3, eyes up here, and it just keeps playing again and again and again. Sheelal. Oh shit! I almost knocked my mic down. not just almost. I knocked my mic down.
Oh my god.
Sheelal, you don't know if like you have no idea any of this is happening. You are just absorbing information like a sponge. Every time a new example comes up, it goes through. Cole or Raggax, this felt like 15 hours to you. That's how painful this was for you. Sheelal, might have only been like an hour or two for you. Anyways, we cut back to the dining room table where the others are discussing a plan.
Wow. Oh, he's
There is
wiping tears from his
scrambled eggs
eyes.
being served as well.
It's going great over there, I gotta say. I'm glad I woke up.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that was amazing. I don't know who the most persuasive of us are, but I say we just go in there, try to get them to leave. If they don't leave, get in there and get rid of them.
Oh, so you're saying that we just walk in and get them to leave,
Yes,
is your thought?
that's probably not going to work, and then we can. But at least we tried, and then we can go in
So, do you have any idea of what this warehouse actually is?
That was going to be my out of character question for the DM. Do I know what this warehouse looks like?
Give me a history check with advantage.
History? That is going to be 24.
You are familiar with how the warehouses look and operate. There are two types. One are shaped more like large airplane hangar bays that are used to store large scale equipment,
Okay.
ranging from things like large statues to large scale defenses that are going to be mounted up on the walls, such as arcane turrets. Those are typically stored in the actual hangar bay warehouses. Then you have the more rectangular warehouses that are really just 2-story large cargo shipment containers. Hundreds of feet long, where they are mostly used for the storage of smaller scale equipment such as weapons, shields, armor, iron ore, etc. Produce, all that 9 jazz are stored in these smaller warehouses. Most of them that are in operation are operated typically by a foreman, and then there is a crew underneath them, and they all pretty much maintain a very similar interior layout with a long, empty, large bottom floor of concrete, and then there's always a second level that is like a balcony, used to for any hooks, any equipments for within the warehouse, and there is always a foreman office on the balconies as well.
So I'm guessing the one we're going to is the latter, more of the standard. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Something
All right.
that's probably going to be somewhat guarded. I think that we'll easily be able to tell which one it is.
Yeah.
Because the thought I had is we have a couple people, from what it seems like, Sheelal specifically, from what we've talked about, has a bit of experience with similar jobs to this. I think he could be useful in staying hidden should the need arise.
And one thing, Malevius did point out which warehouse it is.
Oh,
He
okay.
tracked them down to a warehouse
Gotcha.
for
So
you.
we know
Okay.
where
So
it
you
is.
know which warehouse it is and where it is.
Okay.
And just a general idea of the outside and location and stuff. I
Yeah.
assume.
We can probably scout it from the outside far away. Honestly, screw it. Fuck talking. I know they're not going to leave. This isn't the first time I've done this. They never just leave. Why don't we send Sheelal to just get us an in? Have him sneak inside, open a door for us, open a window for us. Then that's our way in, and we can find a good point of attack from there.
Maybe try and find a guard, pull him out, ask a couple questions,
Absolutely.
knock his head, go from there.
Great minds think alike. So we'll plan for that, get Sheelal in there, and if the opportunity arises, let's snatch a guard.
I like it.
Also, I am capable of, I don't know how magical Sheelal is, but I am capable of disguise self, and I went to school with mini guards. I can impersonate a guard.
I have an
I've
in.
noticed. Yes. Is Yiska at the table too, you said?
Yes, she has her head down. You can see she's a little groggy.
Hey.
Too much wine?
How you doing over there, Yiska? Was it?
I'm okay.
Mm.
That wasn't grape juice.
Oh, she's hungover as shit.
Mhm.
I have a headache,
For being a
Mhm.
child, too.
and everything hurts.
Al, can we get the
Well.
hangover cure here, please?
Well, I've already made it for you. And he brings over a bloody fairy
A bloody,
which is just a Bloody Mary drink.
That's
And he
great.
puts it
That's
on the
great.
table.
That's great.
Got some fairy wings as garnish.
Yeah, they're little, they're like gummy bears.
Yeah.
There's an oxtail floating around in there.
Thank you for using the gummy fairy wings and not the real fairy wings for the
A full dill
13-year-old.
pickle.
She's 13?
Yeah.
He takes the Bloody Fairy back.
You put that back, Al. There's no secrets
She's
here.
a child.
And she...
I will not endorse this.
You already did.
Oh, come on. You already did. You already
It's a
did.
little late for that, if
You
I'm
were
going to be honest.
you were
with
drinking wine with her last night, Al. You can indulge her a little more.
You're a bad influence on me, Master Kaixus. And he hands it over to her. All right, drink up. And like she just like lifts her head up and like grabs the little like thin straw there and just. She'll be all right. A Bloody Fairy always fixes us up in the morning.
It is the classic Enterivant hangover trick.
Well, I guess we have a time for whenever we head out, once she's getting better, gather everybody and make our way there.
All
Unless
right.
there's anything else you think we should do.
I'm okay. I got my armor updated. I got it changed over and set up for this expenditure. I'm okay, but
She does raise her hand.
oh, Iska, yes.
I can cast invisibility.
Okay, that'll probably be very
There's that.
useful.
That's
For
good.
Sheelal. Do you have Pass Without Trace, potentially?
No.
No.
Alright, well, maybe Ajax will have it.
He won't.
Really? Huh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That's fine, we'll figure it out.
And thus ends our attempts at re-education for the day.
Sheelal claps.
Raggax is in like a he's got like that 1,000-yard stare and he's just muttering to himself. He's just muttering to himself.
Now, in order to commemorate our first lesson today, I went ahead and fixed you both up because I figured Sheelal would be here for this. I went ahead and fixed you both up with a trifold pamphlet, enchanted with a lamination incantation.
Raggax takes hold of it. He devours it. He devours it.
Brother, good luck.
Was it an actual scroll?
No, I just snagged some paper and I enchanted it.
Oh, okay.
With, yeah.
When you said scroll, I thought it was one of your scrolls.
No.
So I was like, oh no, hold up, wait a minute. There are consequences to this.
No, we won't explore those consequences until later in the campaign.
Sheelal will also put his in his mouth, but it obviously he doesn't eat it.
Careful. That is not good for the digestive system.
Ajax. Ajax.
Yes, Raggax.
Please. Give me coffee.
You will get your coffee here in just a moment. This is a reminder that we will have lesson 2 tomorrow morning.
No.
And I will motion for them that they are good to leave the study and we'll return to the kitchen.
All right. Al,
Yes.
where's the coffee?
Oh, coming right up.
I don't know what it is, but I know I need it.
A caffeine junkie, are we? I was like that many, many years ago.
When you were a revolutionary?
Oh no. I'll always be a revolutionary. And you can start smelling the coffee getting brewed in the kitchen for a little bit. And as you all head back out, everyone converge on the dining room table once again. He goes ahead and brings everyone out these small little like teacup-sized coffee cups and gives them out to everyone. Now, sip it. It's strong.
Raggax downs it.
Much like double shredding and double scrambling, he does double shot all the espresso he
Double
makes.
shot of
So,
espresso.
Give me a con check, Raggax.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be a 19.
You are immediately rejuvenated by the you don't get any added benefits, but you are gonna avoid a caffeine crash later on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does anybody want mine?
Give it here.
Okay.
oh my god.
I take the. I take it.
Oh my god, no.
Uh,
Keep that away.
I'm gonna hand it over to Ajax. You got up a little early. I think it'll do you some good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's much
Great lesson,
appreciated.
by the way. It was interesting, that's for sure.
We have more to come in the future.
I cannot wait.
I also cannot wait. Can't wait to be a guest speaker.
That is such a good idea.
Please, God,
Right?
no.
Leave me out of this. I am
No,
a
Jin, you would be a
bystander.
perfect
I'd-
speaker.
I don't know about that.
You've spoken to Raggax yourself about being able to control his temper.
I feel like Jinmasu would be the bin Nai to this classroom.
The
Sheelal.
Ben Nye, or you mean Bill Nye?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I meant the
Nil
I meant the
by.
nin by. I meant the nin.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Nilby. Wow.
Raggax, after he is done slamming his head on the table, he'll look at Jinmasu. All right, I just figure you're the leader here. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders.
I
My house,
appreciate
my
the
father's
compliments,
mission.
but
Okay, but go to Jinmasu. That's fine.
Raggax hearing that looks at Kaixus. Yeah, but you're kind of a bitch still. So
Your opinion, just
Well-
yours and no one else's.
I thought this was Al's place.
oh yeah, Al, what's our next move?
Al's not joining us. I'm
Ah.
sorry.
You see, he's like got 2 rapiers in his hand. You're allowed 1 NPC right now. You got either Iska or
Yeah, we gotta
Sheelal.
trade.
What's our loadout gonna be for this mission?
Al, last night I dressed up some of the dummies to look like the man. So if you want to go revolutionize them, go for it.
You see him like bend down slowly underneath the like kitchen cupboards and put the rapiers back away. Thank you. I'll go get the hand axes. And he goes off to the.
All right, I hid all the hand axes. It's going to be a while before he gets back, but let's still try to get out of here.
I think we can walk and talk. Let's head out. That was terrifying. All right, let's go.
Sheelal
Let's go.
looks at Ajax. Do you want him back? And holds up the leash.
Oh, I would love to.
No, no, wait, don't do this, Sheelal.
And then Sheelal unhinges his left hand again and pulls out a little bit of rope, comes out and reaches up to Jinmasu again.
I mean, honestly, I don't mind if you walk around freely as long as you stay close, unless you really want to.
Okay. That's fine.
Just
I can walk.
stay close, all right?
As you walk by, Iska does look up to you, Jinmasu, and she reaches her hands out and she's just, carry me, please.
Aww.
All right. And honestly, I think that like almost like at an instinct, like a fatherly instinct, he actually does do a very good job of bringing her up onto his shoulders. It's actually very surprising to you all. He does a good job at it.
Daddy Masu.
She is also like on the short end too, so it's just very easy for you to just plop her on your shoulders, and she grabs your forehead, and she is out.
Just the
She's
hat.
falling
She's just holding on
asleep
to
on
the
the
hat.
bamboo
Oh yeah,
hat.
she's just holding on to
Yeah.
that.
It's like a little like frying pan. She's just kind of laying there. And I duck through the door to get through, and then, all right, let's head out. I kind of explain the general idea of, all right, Sheelal, I think that this beginning part's gonna rely a bit on you. I think you have a bit of experience of getting in somewhat stealthily, hopefully. Is that something you think you're able to do?
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
I figured you were. We're gonna need you to find a place. Kaixus, you have an idea of like a place we could enter from, and then a door, I assume, right?
Yes, I mean, do these places tend to have a lot of windows, or are they pretty windowless?
In terms of windows, there aren't any windows on the sides of the building.
Okay.
On the very rooftop, there are angled large glass panes that provide the warehouse with all of its natural light that go from one end all the way to the other. In terms of doors, it is almost always normal for there to be a large back door that's like two large steel doors about 10 feet tall that are doubles. And then on the front side is always a large, about 20 to 25 foot garage door with a smaller entry door next to it.
Okay.
So that is pretty standard for all of the warehouses.
I will say, Sheelal, I believe your best bet is... it's kind of tough. Honestly, I'm gonna go main door. Let's see, probably main door will be your best bet. No, that's stupid. Let's go back door, do the service door by the garage door.
I want to ask, Ajax, magic person, either you or... And I kind of like try and glance up to see the little girl above. You as well. Do you have any way of potentially keeping an eye on our little friend here in case things go wrong inside there?
I have the ability.
Care to explain a little further?
Let's just say that Horace will be able to keep a keen eye on our friend.
Who the fuck is Horace?
Has there been a seventh person I'm not aware of?
You'll see when the time comes. It will just require me about 10 minutes of ritual casting.
You hear Iska immediately respond, "It's really more like 25. It takes him so long to do anything."
Nah, that's rough. Sheelal, how proficient are you at breaking and entering?
I can break whatever.
I mean, how good are you at infiltrating a building that you're locked out of and you shouldn't be in?
Oh, I've done it many times.
Okay.
With my old gang, we broke into a lot of little shops, but maybe like a smaller warehouse, but nothing really big.
I am going to pick up just a pebble, like a rock I find along the way to this place, and I am going to tinker with it. I'm gonna put it up to my mouth and like scream "help" into it, and then give it to Sheelal, and I say, I think we're gonna let you attempt to find us a way in by sneaking in by yourself first, and we'll support you however we can. But if you need help, I want you to throw this out a window, and as soon as we see that, we're gonna come to your help, okay?
As a reminder,
Okay.
the only windows are on the rooftop.
Sorry. You're gonna throw this. Oh, well, never mind then. I don't think you can really. You know what? I trust you. And he just throws the rock away.
That's a lot of trust.
As he throws it, you just hear,
Help!
It's fine. These things never really come to fruition anyway. Everything, we're gonna have to improvise a lot.
So what can I do?
A lot of you, I feel like, is going to be once we actually get in there, things go wrong.
We're
And
gonna
you let loose.
Yeah, we're gonna take you off the leash, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
if push comes to shove and we need a little more push, then good intentions shall come into play, and you shall be unleashed upon whatever we might come across.
Sounds good.
I think I'm getting through to him.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah, you get to cause pain.
Raggax eyes light up again. Can I have all my stuff back, Ajax, before all this goes down?
If this mission is a success, you can have back your bag of tricks. You can have everything else, but the bag of tricks belongs with me.
Okay, fine.
Where would you say we are now?
You guys are just walking. It takes about 30 minutes to get there. So you guys have plenty of time. You guys have, unless there's anything more to discuss, we can just show up there.
Let's just show up.
After 30 minutes of travel, you all arrive at the industrial district. You've walked through the southern district, which is a residential area of, you don't want to say the slums, but there was a vast difference between the luxury you were in the Western District and the small homes that you were walking past. Immediately here in the Southern District, the rust alongside all the homes is prominent. No longer can you walk across the street and see your reflections off the homes. There are plenty of people that are walking around. Occasionally you stay off the cobblestone path to let either a magically drawn carriage past or a carriage stuck on a metallic track going straight through, coming back and forth. And after passing through the Southern District, you arrive in the Industrial District. Immediately, you can smell the smog in the air. This heavy fire burning through multiple warehouses, churning out various different equipment. And you all walk? Are you just heading through the streets until you get to the warehouse?
As we're traveling, I'll turn to Kai. Are you sure I could have sworn that I heard the faint bit of discussion while I was having my lesson. You said something about being able to disguise yourself.
Correct. It's just disguise self, but I can probably do a good enough job to get past whatever numbskull they put in front of the front door.
I mean, we're about to reach our target destination, and we're not exactly in a lowly populated location. In the event that there were any witnesses, it might be a safety precaution to go ahead and assume something now.
Yeah, fuck it. Kyle will go ahead and do disguise self. Might as well.
Okay, what are you disguising yourself as?
We're gonna
Nice.
go as... Kai has to think about this for a moment. Just to recap, Jesus Christ, Kai's father, dad, he said that there's basically some sort of criminal organization that has taken over the warehouse, or does he believe that the employees there that would normally be working there are currently there, but the criminal part's kind of hiding underneath that?
He doesn't know.
Okay.
He believes that this is just the hiding location that the thieves are using.
Okay.
Whether the thieves are the warehouse employees or like just thieves that have found a randomly open warehouse, he doesn't know.
Okay. Are there like city inspectors?
Give me a history check.
Natural 20.
There are definitely city inspectors. However, it is also common knowledge that they are typically not sent to a warehouse unless something has happened that requires them to. And you would know as well of many different scenarios where a city inspector has been sent to a warehouse to investigate stolen goods because someone has tipped off the city.
Okay. Fuck it. We'll do that then. Well, I can rock with that story. So Kai is going to disguise himself as a red tiefling. He's gonna give himself a little pot belly. Make himself a little taller. Cut his hair a little bit. and disguise himself as God. What's like a white name? What's like a basic white name for a tiefling?
Jared?
We'll do Jared. We'll go Jared. Jared, the city inspector. Stolen goods department.
Stolen goods department.
It's getting
I like
more
it.
and more convincing. The pot belly really sold it.
Thank you.
You gonna give yourself a mustache?
Oh, you're right. He does. He gives himself like he gives him like a pencil thin mustache.
Yeah. It's either the mustache or the goatee. You gotta pick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
Nah, goatee I think fits better. We're gonna do goatee.
So, the way the warehouses are all laid out, they're all laid out in rows upon rows. There are streets that go straight through the district and eventually like turn left and right. So it's almost set up like in a circular fashion, and all the warehouses are laid out next to each other. And you're about 500 feet away. This warehouse in particular is nestled in between two other busy warehouses. If you guys would like, you can roll perception rolls from afar to gather.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Good
Let's
lord.
try.
These new dice I bought are
Holy
fucking
shit, that was awesome.
hot.
19.
18?
24.
I perceive so well with the 8. I know everything.
It's the hat.
Trevor?
I got 10.
It's even worse now that Yiska has it pulled down over my eyes. I can't see
Yeah,
anything.
she's like pushing it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone except for except for
Except for
Easton,
eyes over here.
Iska like pushes down on the hat and it covers you a bit. You all slowly approach the warehouse, and there's plenty of business and people working around between all the warehouses you pass. This warehouse in the distance that your father has marked for you has no one. There is no one standing guard. The garage door is closed.
Interesting. Unless someone disagrees with me, why don't I just go down there and knock on the door and see what happens? If no one's there, great. If someone's there, I can at least try and get inside and then find a way to get the rest of you inside.
Do you want me to still go in from the back?
Actually, why don't we do this? Iska, can you make our little autonome friend invisible?
She droops down her hand and like pats you on the head. Invisible. And you go invisible. With that, someone roll me a d20.
I gotcha. That was a 9.
9 is nothing.
Oh, she's wild magic,
Oh
isn't she?
no.
Oh my god.
I want to play one so
no.
bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
we gotta keep her around.
We love wild magic.
The next DC she has to make is a 6.
Ooh.
I'm taking it up each time she rolls, baby.
So is the idea for him to go ahead and go inside or wait for you to
I think
knock?
I'm gonna wait for a knock, but if they don't let me in, Sheelal, you should definitely sneak in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide myself away elsewhere. Kind of like, is there any nearby foliage or like the corner
There is
of?
no nearby foliage.
Okay.
All of this is people and warehouses and steel. This is all working people. You will see various carriages pulling large pieces of logs, steel, equipment, etc. You will hear the sounds of hammers. There isn't like you could go around the corner of the warehouse.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go around the corner of the warehouse. Say to the party, it is only going to take me about 10 minutes to get ready in order to support. I have an incantation I can cast, so I will be off, tucked away over here. And I'll turn the corner, and then I will start preparing a ritual casting of Find Familiar.
Give me a stealth check with the idea you are not hidden. You are just hiding away from anyone within the warehouse.
And then I assume Raggax is coming with you, right? Raggax is? Because you still have
Getting
him with
pulled
your
along.
leash.
Well,
Oh.
speaking to that, can I make a sleight of hand check to cut the leash?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Anyone who
Yeah.
might have seen, give me a stealth perception check.
I would not have been paying attention at this point.
21.
Try. That's a solid 2.
Sleight of hand was 18.
Sheelal, you are the only person to see Raggax very quickly begin to cut the rope. And there is a moment right before you cut the rope, Raggax, where your eyes lock with Sheelal.
I'm invisible, so.
Oh, your eyes do not lock with Sheelal.
It's like as I'm walking away, he's cutting it.
Yeah. Sheelal, are you gonna say anything?
I'll roll for it. Nat 1.
He ain't saying nothing.
Ain't saying nothing.
Raggax, you have cut the rope clean. Shoo.
Raggax is gonna stay by Ajax, though.
Are you going to hold the.
You're gonna hold the end of it so that he's.
I'll say, then we'll do this in twos. The two of you, Sheelal, Kaixus, go to the door. I'll stay on the road a bit far away just in case something happens, and the two of you go. And Ajax, you do what you need to do.
I guess,
All right, team.
Cole, do you want to roll a stealth as well?
Sure.
I got an 11.
11 from yours.
Raggax got 21.
21. Okay. So Ajax, Raggax, you go around the corner. Ajax, as you begin summoning your find familiar. City Inspector, you are going to the
Jared.
front door to knock.
Jared?
Jared?
I'm following.
Jared is going to the front door and knock, and he's just gonna knock, and he says, City Inspector, open up, please.
That's great.
He's
Holy shit.
Oh, this is better than Cole's customer service voice.
He waits like 30 seconds, and he knocks again.
Oh,
City Inspector, open up, please.
Open up, please.
There is no response.
Go for the door. Is it locked?
It is locked.
City inspector's got to have a key to the warehouse.
City Inspector, if you do not open the door, I will be forced to open the door myself. I do indeed have a warrant. 30 more seconds. And if
Give me a deception roll here.
Okay.
At advantage because of everything you have going on with
Everything
yeah,
you got
dude.
going on.
Yeah, dude.
Well, natural 20 again.
Let's
Can you believe it?
The 20s
Today
are
is
flying
It was
off.
literally, it was
He's
literally
city
a 20
inspector
and a
so
2.
That's
hard right
crazy.
now.
you. There is no response.
All right. You asked for it, and then I lean to Sheelal, and I'm like, "Open, get that open, baby. Can you pick the lock?"
I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
All right. Give me a thieves tool check.
Ooh. Plus 2 is 26.
26 with ease. The door unlocks.
I lean back down to Sheelal, and I say, "Stick close or keep your distance, whatever you prefer, but just watch my back in there." And Kai is gonna open the door and walk in.
You open the door. And you take your first couple steps in. A large warehouse filled to the brim with crates along the edges, completely empty. You look around. All you see are the crates that are stacked up on pallets. You look up at the catwalks around you, the balcony. Nothing. It doesn't even look like there's been any sign of life in here.
Does it look more like this was robbery? Like someone came in and like stole everything out of the crates? Or Is it just that they're empty?
None of the crates are open.
Oh, okay.
Empty as in, like, no people.
Okay. I go in, I kind of go to, like, one of the, like, crates on the pallet. Is there, like, a crowbar I can just, like, crack one open just to see what's in there?
As you immediately pry it open, the top of the crate opening, there is nothing inside the crate.
Like,
you can give me an investigation check if you want.
I do.
Sheelal is kind of like against the wall, like by the big doors on the front portion of it, and he'll just give take a perception check of the whole area.
Yeah.
DM, will you let me know when my spell's done casting?
Yeah, it'll take you 30 real life minutes though.
Okay.
I need you to start. I need you to start your incantation verbally, please.
Dorine.
Horus. You said mod in 20, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the metal stairs that lead up to the balcony, and you look up. You see where the foreman's office is, and there are windows that cover around side the foreman's office. This place is empty.
This is weird.
Not a soul. Kaixus, what was your perception or investigation check?
Yeah, what does a 14 tell me?
These boxes are new. You can smell the like fresh wood that's been carved and cut and put together for crates.
So they're brand new. They were closed up, but nothing was put in them.
Nothing has ever been put in here.
This is a front. Has to be. Kai is going to, if he hasn't, I don't know that he probably lost track of Sheelal, but I think he's just gonna say, if someone could let my backup know that they're clear to come in, I would appreciate it. And
speaking of backup, Horus appears. Describe Horus to me.
Horus is going to be assuming the form of an owl. He's actually made up. He's not your typical familiar. He's actually made up this like gray silver metal material, almost appearing like kind of like a clockwork bird. He's made up of all these cogs, and he's got these like ticking these ticking arms, as if like it's like he's got a bunch of like clocks that are kind of like formed together to create him. And he's got this iridescent like blue energy that's pulsing to kind of like spark him to life. And he's going to flap out his wings after landing, after like getting summoned onto my shoulder. I'm going to turn down to Raggax and say, okay, I'm not going to be able to see anything from my own eyes for a moment. So I need you to be on guard for me, please.
I gotcha.
And I'm going to see through Horus's eyes, take flight, and go into the warehouse.
You fly directly into the warehouse. You see exactly the same thing I've been describing.
And then I'm going to go kind of like up. Is there rafters? Like, how tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling is about 40 to 50 feet tall. But there is that like second level balcony where the foreman's office is.
That's where Kaixus is headed.
Can I take a peek in there?
Yeah. You go ahead and you get there about the same time that Kaixus also heads up there as well.
I look at the bird. I say, assuming you are the backup, you're good to head on in here, Ajax and Raggax.
Also, while he's looking through the eyes of his familiar, Raggax grabs his bag of tricks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Here we go.
Can I also make a perception check on the buildings in the area? Like if there's anyone setting up for an ambush?
Yeah.
I would also be like walking back and forth in front of the building just in case.
Yeah, you can both give me perception rolls.
It's gonna be 19.
Sheelal's went inside that box. that crate.
Sheelal's like a cat in the box.
Mhm.
I don't know why I bother. That's a 9.
One better.
Jinmasu, you are not the man to be perceiving. Raggax, you don't really notice anything. Everything is still like, it's broad daylight, and everyone you look around are actively working, either in the warehouse next to you or taking things across to another warehouse or to a factory. There doesn't seem to be anything like suspicious going around.
I am going to have Horace kind of land onto the city inspector Jared's shoulder. And then I am going to come to, turn to Raggax. Okay, the coast is clear. So I need you to, in order to remain inconspicuous, Raggax, you're going to need to assume the position of a dog. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Let's go. No, let's go. No, come on.
I look over, think that something's wrong. I run over there. What's up? You okay?
It's me,
Okay, let's go.
Raggax.
Is this like... Is that supposed to be
What the fuck are you doing?
Is this like a joke? I'm confused. What?
Kai said we're good to go in.
Whose dog is that?
Okay. Well, you can...
I need a second. I'm so sorry.
It's me, Raggax.
You can go ahead and lead the mutt inside. I'll be behind
right.
you.
Sounds good.
Come along. Let's go.
I
Just
wait
a-
until they get in, continue to
Just
look,
an
and
elf taking his dog, his green dog, for a stroll.
and close the door behind me.
You go and you close the door. And I assume you all head up to the foreman's office where Kaixus is waiting.
So what's up? This place looks pretty empty.
Well, it is empty. Not a soul in here. But maybe the foreman's office has some answers. I go to open it.
It is unlocked.
Going on in.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This kind of feels like a trap. I've been in my fair share of traps.
I won't lie, this feels a little... It does also feel a little trappy, but I think we're okay.
At that, I'm just gonna have my halberd drawn, just in case.
The foreman's office is essentially an L-shaped desk facing the floor of the warehouse. And you all can roll investigation checks if you want.
Oh, 100%.
Third nat 1 of the night, boys.
14.
Good lord. 16.
Mm-mm. No.
What
no.
did you get, Jinmasu?
I rolled a 3, so it's actually a 2.
Oh.
All right.
And I got a 19.
Let's go.
All right.
At least somebody
Ajax.
can see.
You are... Here's how we'll do it. Ajax and Kaixus. The two of you notice two different things. Ajax, you are more focused on like the desk, and you're like, there's gotta be something around here. And you are running your hands underneath it. And your hand stops as you realize there is something sticking out from under the desk.
Is it a
And
button?
it's not a button. It's in fact, it's a small little lever with a safety cap on top of it.
Duly noted.
Kaixus, what you notice is you're skimming through the paperwork and most of it is just random mumbo jumbo. You go ahead, you go through, and you're like, none of this makes sense. It's all a bunch of shipment records from various locations and various times. It all feels very artificial. And you pick up a folder, you sift through the paperwork again, and on the back end of it, as you flip the page over, is another picture. This time of your sister, with the corners charred.
Has anyone else seen it, or is it just me?
No, it's just you.
Kai, almost immediately upon seeing it, will sort of like crumple it up against himself quickly and like sort of like quickly like crumple it and then just like stuff it away. And then we'll just turn to Ajax and say, have you found anything?
Yes, there's some sort of switch underneath the desk here, but it's got a safety switch on it, so it seems to be of great importance.
Kai will go over to it. Does he recognize it as any sort of like type of device or trap or trigger of some sort, or is it just a lever with a safety cap
I will
on
save
it?
you the roll. It's really just a lever with a safety cap on top of it. Just pull the safety cap open and push the lever to the other side.
Well, that seems like the documents aren't really showing us anything, so I think our best bet is whatever this is. But
Okay.
I'd get
and
yourself
flip, and I'm gonna wait for the cue.
Kai just charges up his gauntlet. All right, let's go for it.
And switch.
Switch! And you hear this large, heavy movement. Sheelal, are you still in the box?
Oh no.
Let me roll for it. Odds or evens, Raf?
We can say yes. It's okay.
Nah,
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's more funny if you
no,
say
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You mentioned you were up against the wall. So you went up to the wall, you found the box, and sat in it. And immediately you hear this large rumbling from underneath you, and then the floor begins to move as there's this. You are sitting on a box that is getting moved as a trap door is revealed beneath you. And as the trap door opens, there is an immediate just of metal shutters closing off all the windows and blocking the doors.
Oh.
Is there an alarm?
There is no alarm.
Oh, thank goodness.
I ready myself. I look around. Nobody?
Can I look down in that hole?
You grab like the edges of the box, look over down into the hole, and it's a staircase that leads underneath the warehouse.
He's gonna quickly hobble out of the box and like up the stairs. So I'm sure you hear like the metal footsteps on the stairs, but you don't see anything.
I think I found something. It's a hole with some stairs.
Good work, Sheelal.
Excellent.
Let's go.
I don't know what I
Excellent
did,
job.
but it started moving.
I suggest everybody prepare themselves.
Kai gets still with disguised self, but dons his armor and gets on down there.
Jared is now armored.
Jared is armored. You can't see it, but he's armored.
Armored
He's
Jared.
armored Jared.
Armored Jared.
You all head down to the first floor through this trap door within the concrete floor. And you peer down. Do you all enter?
Yep.
Know it, baby.
Is it dark? Can we see anything further or?
I would volunteer to go first as well if we need a marching order.
I don't need a marching order yet.
Okay.
Zach, it goes down about 30 feet and then it opens up a bit more.
Okay.
So like you can't quite see how big it opens up, but you can see that the light within it. Or actually, there is no light. Who has dark vision? Does
I
everyone
do.
here have dark vision?
I do.
Pretty sure I do.
So.
I don't know if tieflings have dark vision. I don't
Should
think
if
they do.
I fucking.
Oh, they do. Okay, yep, I can see up to 60 feet.
So I believe everyone has dark vision.
Yeah, I
Let's
guess
go,
I don't think I
everybody.
do.
Oh,
Except for Sheelal.
Well, I feel like I
Aw.
should, but that's fine.
hey Kai, first thing on your list of incantations, get him some night goggles.
Yeah, I gotta like you guys. You have to earn more relationship points with Kai before he'll start.
You
giving
have to do me
infusions.
more favors.
Yeah, you have to do more things that he'll like. You have to see more Kaixus approves in the top left corner of your screen before he starts making you infusions.
You all head down then. Sheelal, you sort of grab the back of someone's shirt and head down with them. Jin, since you mentioned you were going to walk down first, you take the first steps.
And I would at this point, just as a safe thing, take.
Oh yeah, Iska, when you walked into the warehouse, she is walking now. She is also prepped and looking around.
Mm-hmm. Stay behind me. And I'll walk through.
You walk down. And as you take a first step into the basement below the warehouse, there are sconces that immediately turn on, revealing this long corridor it's pretty wide actually. It's about 60 feet wide. And then on the edges of it are boxes, or more crates. These appear to be more worn, torn, used. And on the far end, about 120 feet away, is not a small little workbench, but a workbench with another anvil, a hammer, and there are pillars set up to support this sort of like miniature basement underneath, every 20 feet in the very middle of the room. And in front of every pillar is a mannequin with steel armor set up on it.
No, thank you.
Does the armor in any way, is it reminiscent of Kaixus's armor?
Kaixus, if you want to give me an investigation check, you can.
I would like to, because I am.
And I will allow this one at advantage.
This is going to be a 16.
It is not reminiscent of Kaixus's armor. This is very finely made steel armor with this whitish glow to it. Kaixus, this is Enterivant armor. This is top of the line work.
How many mannequins did you say there were?
There were 8 in total, 4 on each side. As you approach it and realize it, this is armor that your father worked on many years ago. And you would recognize that this is a stronger other realm iron that this has been forged with.
This is quite the blast from the past. Before my time, my father crafted this himself. This is old, though. Uses a special material, but we don't make this anymore.
Kaixus, I have to ask a question. Your father doesn't seem like the man to have a false lead.
No.
Why are
doesn't.
we down here?
Is this rebellion that Al talks about, is it real? Is the Enterivant armory working against Malevius?
Let's not jump to that conclusion so hastily. Let me think for a second. So besides the mannequins, what else do we got going on down here? That it?
Crates on the far ends of the room.
Okay.
It's more of a workstation, I should say, on the opposite end.
Okay.
With a workbench, anvil, hammer, another miniature forge as well.
Okay. Let's pop open the crate next.
I'll volunteer to do that myself.
You go ahead, you head to one of the crates off to the side and you pop it open. You will notice that this is Enterivant weaponry. Most of it, if not all of it, broken, pieces that have been tossed away or thrown away. Most of it, things that you guys, Enterivant, would have considered just trash. You guys are not people to reforge the iron.
Yeah.
Enterivant armory always starts anew.
The last thing I guess to look at is I'm gonna do an investigation on the workbench in the hopes to sort of either find some kind of clue as to who's working down here
You approach the workbench. And as you approach there is a small chest underneath the workbench as well.
Ooh. Slide that puppy out.
You go ahead, you slide it out. Do you open it?
Yeah, we'll go for an open.
You open it. There is this faint lunar glow that emanates out of it. Roughly 25 pieces of which you can tell to be lunar iron. This iron from the Feywild that your father mentioned to you. Giving off this glistening moonlight aura.
Kaixus will very quickly close that up and pick the chest up.
It is very, very heavy.
Oh. I guess then he'll move it on top of the workbench. Well, mission accomplished here.
You can give me an investigation check on the work area as well. I didn't give that to you if you want.
No, it's okay. That's gonna be rough. It's only gonna be a 10.
You look around, and you're not even doing a very good job of searching, because it's just on the floor next to the anvil. A small, black, leather-bound book.
He will open that up and give it a read.
You don't need to read anything. It's all pictures. You flip through it. Your oldest brother, your oldest sister,
God.
your youngest siblings, portraits of them on the front half of the book. Do you want to look at the backside?
Yeah, I mean, no, but yeah.
You stop for a moment, shaking. The first page, as you flip to the backside of the book, is a crude drawing of your oldest brother burning. The second page, your oldest sister burning. The next 2 pages, your 2 younger siblings burning. You flip to the very next page. I need everyone to give me a perception roll.
Oh, God. Stop scaring me.
Including me?
4th fucking nat
Including
1.
you. It's that day.
14. We're getting better.
It's only
14
Another
as well.
24.
It's only a 5.
Raggax, you smell it first. You're familiar with this scent. You love this scent, but you prefer being on the other side. As Kaixus, you flip to that next page, and it's a picture of you burning, and the smell of fire, of smoke and ash. Raggax, that is what you smell on the air. That's where we'll end this session.
Hey there, my name is Easton, the player of Jinmasu. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and follow our social media pages to stay up to date. All links will be down in the description. Please be sure to share with your friends as well. You have no idea how helpful it is spreading the word. We upload new videos every Wednesday on all major podcasting sites. Thank you again for all of your support, and we will see you again next time as our journey continues.